Welcome back to Little Hollow Homestead. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, but I'm going to put a tin roof over my chicken coop, the actual run part of it, to keep the snow and the rain out so the chickens don't have to wallow around in mud. I don't have to wallow around in mud to go in and get the eggs and take care of them, feed them, etc. So I was shocked by the price of the concrete anchor. So what I'm gonna do, let me show you. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna fill these with concrete. Then I'm gonna put a 4x4 anchor post right here in the middle. I don't know how it is in your part of the world, but in my part of the world, those anchors are 20 bucks a piece. So 20 times 6, I'm not paying that much to have some anchors. So I'm gonna make me some. I've been gathering scrap metal and just little odds and ends that I could use like most of us do. And so I think I found a use for some of the odds and ends that I've collected over the years. So let me show you what I'm doing. I've got this angle iron. I don't know where I got it. I've had it for a few years. But I'm just going to take and I'm going to cut 4-inch chunks off. You can see my marks here. I've got a couple cut here already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to weld right here, flip it over, weld along the back. And then on the sides, to actually anchor them into the concrete, I'm going to take some of this strap that I've got, cut it, and then I'm just going to bend a 90 in it and weld one of those on each side of here, and that will go down in the concrete, and that will stabilize my post when we get to that point. So I've got a lot of sawing to do, so I'm going to get at it, and when we start welding, I will catch you back up. There's what we're after. That's some good hard steel. That should be a lot more solid anchor than what you can buy at the store once I get these fabricated. A few moments later. Ta-da. So the nice thing about making my own brackets is the posts I'm going to put in here are a couple of 2x4s that have been screwed together. They're part of an old packing crate that I got from work, from some glass they were delivering for a remodel job. So the nice thing about that is I can custom make these the exact width that I need. They're not 4x4, they're actually going to be 3x3.5. So I think that will be a good thing if Stella will get out of my way. I'm going to put the dogs up so they don't get blinded by watching me weld, and we'll see if we can get these joined up. Well, as luck would have it, I ran out of wire, had to run down to Tractor Supply and get some more wire. So welding at night is funner anyway, so let's get going here. Not grounded very well. Let's switch the ground. Didn't do it. Something ain't right. You ever have one of those days? I'm having one. Oh, come on, baby. You know, when your wire gets all spooled, it comes out all kinds of different directions. But that looks like a nice fence bracket to me. It's kind of warm, but it's cold out here, so that feels kind of good. All right. Well, don't judge my welding skills too harshly, but there's one of the U's all made. Put them up here to cool down, and we'll go grab the next one. If I was going for style points, I would have ground the paint off here and cleaned it up a little more, but This is not supposed to be pretty. And if that's my goal, I am succeeding beyond my wildest dreams, because it ain't pretty, but it's gonna work. I was just reminded I forgot to put my gloves on. Got a little toasty there for a sec. You can see that's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're getting a pretty good weld there. We're halfway through with the use. Okay, we've got our brackets all welded up, welded on all 4 sides. The next step is to get the straps that are gonna go right here, and they'll go down into the concrete when I pour it. So let's go get that. This process, I've just taken this strap steel that I had, and I'm just gonna bend it, and then I'll weld these to the sides. That part will go down into the concrete, and that should be a nice solid anchor. So pretty simple. Just popping them in the vise, bending them up. I want that bend to come up just a little so that when it sits in the concrete, it's going to be good and solid. It's not going to slip out. Like if you just had a straight bar down in there, who knows? It could slip out eventually. I'm not going to take that chance. I know they're just chickens, but we want the roof to last. All right, next step is to go out and weld these up to our boxes. So here you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Make sure these are nice and straight, and we'll get these tacked on there. So that's what we're going for. We'll go ahead and get these welded up. And there's your finished product. So that's what we're aiming for. That's good and secure. And we've got 5 more of these to make. And then we'll start pouring concrete, setting them in our buckets. And that is still hot, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I think those are going to work out really well. They're not the prettiest things, but they're functional. That's what I'm after. And the last step of the fabrication process is drilling holes so your lag screws can go into the base of your uprights. There you go. It ain't the prettiest, but I think they'll work. Next step is we'll mix up the concrete and we'll start setting these in the buckets. So I'll show you the finished product here. We've got them all ready to go. We've welded around all the seams, brought the 2 pieces together like that. They are all joined together. Should be good and sturdy. So in the next installment of this chicken build video, you'll see me pour concrete, and these will sit down in the concrete like that. And then I'll move them into place, and then my 4x4s will go in here, and they go straight up, and then they'll support my roof eventually. So that's the plan. So we were able to use some old scrap steel that I had laying around for a long time, save us some money. Like I said, these were going to be like 20 bucks a piece down at Ace Hardware. I wasn't going to pay that. So what, I got 120 bucks worth of stuff here. It was just scrap, and I actually enjoyed the process of putting them together and figuring it out. So that was a good thing. So on the next installment, you'll see me pour the concrete. We'll let that cure for a few days, and then we'll go put them in place, and I'll show you my master plan for this roof over my chicken coop. So until next time, have a good day wherever you're at in the world, and keep on subscribing, thumbs up, keep watching, appreciate the support. Thanks, see you on the next one.